But while that drains, let's talk about this. I was out having a conversation the other day with some fellow motorcycle riders. The conversation came up, how do you stop? If you're coming to a red light or a stop sign and you're in fourth gear, how do you stop? Me personally, I'm gonna grab the clutch, shift down to third, let the clutch out, shift down to second, let the clutch out, shift down to first. That's how I do it. And I assume that's the way everybody did it. And I assume that is the proper way to do it. I want to ask you guys here on the channel today, how do you do it? Same scenario, coming to a red light or a stop sign in fourth gear. Do you shift down individually and rev match like I do, or do you just grab a clutch and go through all the gears to get to the gear that you want to get to? Everybody always thinks the way they do it is the right way, and I don't want to be guilty of that. So I said, well, what's a good place where I can find other motorcycle riders? So I took a trip to Bootlegger Harley-Davidson. These guys sell motorcycles for a living. They ride motorcycles all the time. This is their life. This is what they do for a living full time. I know they know the proper way of doing it, and I know that they're doing it my way.
I pull in the clutch and then just start to downshift, because if you go all the way to the light and then you try to do it, it won't go back into gear, and then you got to rock it back and forth. So I usually pull the clutch in and downshift as I go down to first.
I'm glad you said that. So what do you mean downshift?
So pull in the clutch and just go ahead and downshift into first if you're already going to slow down and you're going to stop at the light.
But do you mean you pull in the clutch and you go third, second, first?
I do, yeah.
So you don't go from fourth down to third, let the clutch back out, second, let the clutch back out.
No, work smarter, not harder.
Okay,
if
guys.
I'm already stopping.
Travis, what do you do?
I don't think it's any one way is right or one way is wrong, because I do it both ways. A lot of times I will just come to a complete stop and then pull in my clutch and gear all the way down from fourth at a stop. And then there's other times I'll ease through the gears going down as I'm coming to the red light. If you're gearing down, you're not using your brake as much. And I am a front wheel brake guy. I don't use my back brakes a lot. Because of that, if I have the time, then I do gear down through the gears. And there's a lot of times if I come up on the light, hadn't really geared down, it's no big issue. I'll pull in the clutch, I'll work my gear shift down. One of the questions is, if it's not engaging to the next gear, just ease your clutch out a little bit and it'll catch and take it down. And if it does it again, just ease your clutch out. Doesn't mean you have to be moving, you just want your gearing to engage the proper way. There is no right or wrong answer. It really comes down to just personal preference.
If you had to pick a way that you do it the most, which way would you do it the most?
I would say I come to a stop and then gear down.
Come to a stop and gear down, okay.
Yeah, that's what I do the most.
Okay. I know this cannot be the right way to do things, but if they do it this way, I might be the oddball doing it, gearing down, and I think this is the proper way to do it. If you're coming to a stop, the light turns red, you're in fourth gear, what do you do?
I'm in a rev match, pull in the clutch, rev match, shift down to third, rev match it, shift down to second, shift down to first, all while I've hit my brakes also.
Red match.
Don't let me down, because I already know how Jacob does it.
I rev match downshift.
So you're going third, clutch
third,
out,
second let out, 5 mile an hour. I'll pull.
You don't do this whole thing where you pull in the clutch and just go.
No. I'm always afraid that I'm just going to jam my trans up or some of the gears won't match.
The proper way to do it is to
downshift.
Scobie, what do you do when you're in fourth gear, you're coming to a red light, and you're stopping at that red light?
Fourth gear and you're stopping?
Yep.
Gear down.
Okay, how do you gear down? That's what I'm talking about. How do you gear down?
Just downshift.
Okay, downshift, like pull in the clutch and just keep shifting, or each individual?
One at a time.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
See, I told you, I knew it.
One at a time, just to compensate for my brake, and that way I don't have to use as much brake.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you're not one of the people just pull in the clutch and just start going all the way down. What do you do?
Start downshifting, hit the brakes, and come to a complete stop.
Okay, so let's talk about how do you downshift? Like, what are you doing when you're downshifting?
So you're pulling in the clutch, down a gear, release.
There you go. Ways, pulling the clutch, let out, pulling the clutch, let out to the gear till I'm in the right gear where I need to be.
That's exactly right.
Yes. Now, Andrew is a Harley-Davidson technician. He's a motorcycle lover, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay. That's why he has the Honda hat on.
So in my opinion, I think that rev matching is the
what I'm
most
talking
important.
about. Exactly.
Yeah, is the most important portion of that, because if you just jam down, I mean, every gear, you're going down, you know, clutch, one gear, let it out, but rev matching, I would say, is the most important part of that.
See, now I thought everybody did it the way that you just, that's the way I do it. But everybody, there's a few people that answered and said, I just pull the clutch in and just go all the way down to the gear. Just pull the clutch in one time. I'm like, that's not how you do it.
That's scary.
Most of the time I downshift. If most of the time I'm looking far enough ahead in traffic, watching the red light. If it's red and I'm way back, I'll start downshifting and
going through the gears?
Going through the gears.
Not just pulling the clutch in and just going.
Use the gears to
that's
slow
what
your
I'm
bike
talking
down
about.
instead of wearing your brakes out.
That's what I'm talking about. All right, good answer.
Bad for the parts guy to say, isn't it?
Yeah. If you check the score, it's probably 30% of the people do it the other way and 70% of the people do it my way. I didn't even think it'd be that close. That was just a few people at the dealership. I'm talking to how many ever people that's going to be watching this video. And I know you guys have some real opinions on how it's supposed to be done. And I'd love to hear from you guys. I want you to put it in the comment section below. Let me know. Same scenario, fourth gear, coming to a red light, stop sign. Now I know the variables change because you could be coming to a red light and thinking it's going to turn green, and that's why you're gearing down. But let's just say it's going to be red. You know you're going to be sitting there for a while. Are you gearing down, going through all the gears, holding the clutch, letting it out third, holding the clutch, letting it out second, holding the clutch, letting it out first, or neutral? Well, you're not letting it out in the first because you're holding it first, but you guys know what I mean. How are you doing it? Y'all comment and let me know. Conversations like this just helps out the riding community. But all right, guys, I'm gonna finish changing this oil on my 2019 Street Glide here. I got the Redline 20W50 and a Harley-Davidson oil filter. It should be done draining. About to fill it up. About to change the filter, fill it up, and take a little ride. So all right, guys, I want to thank you for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more like it, please subscribe. Y'all make sure you comment, let me know, weigh in on the conversation, and share it with your friends because we'd like to hear what they have to say too. Again, I want to thank you for watching. Keep gliding, and as always, have a blessed day. And what are we standing in front of right here?
So we got our DCS Christmas tree. Our Knoxville kids that do not have, down to 605 Level Road, Knoxville, Tennessee, 37932. Pick out any of these names on here. Pick out any of these names on here. I mean, these are kids, you know, between 6 months old to 10 to 12 years old that are in DCS care that are not going to have a Christmas. So come down, pick a name off too if you can. Go buy the gifts, bring them back, and then they come pick it up right before Christmas and take it so these kids have something to open on Christmas Day.
All right, awesome.
Give us a call, 865-671-2454.
All right, thanks, Jacob.
No problem.